What's up, everyone? Frank here with Little Owl FBA. Hope you guys are doing well. It's about 10:42 p.m. on a Sunday, going into Monday. And like I said in the last one, which may or may not be out by now, I'll probably shotgun it since I forgot to upload it last week, is a weekly series of just talks, updates about the business, about trials and tribulations, and all that good stuff. Or is it really good stuff? Who knows? Who knows? So last week, hold on. This video is not sponsored by Coke, by the way. It just keeps me up, and I am tired. So, an update from last week. So last week's video, it was mainly about the difficulties we had in those last 2 weeks, which now would be maybe 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away. I don't know. It's been a while since then. But we had that pallet mess up. We had a couple other mistakes like that. This week we definitely rebounded. We have now caught up with everything. This is actually one of the last shipments going out. As you can see, quite a bit. I think we have about 3 more clients to actually ship, and then we will be completely done with clients, which hasn't happened in a while. Actually, the last time we were caught up was probably before October. Beginning of October, we got slammed. I think that was the month where we had like 6 or 7 new clients, and it just went from there. Now, of course, I was working another job, so around November, I actually got on full time. I believe the problem with that is, I thought the business couldn't handle me full time to cover my expenses, and so that's why I kind of waited a month longer than I should have. At the beginning of November, I bit the bullet and decided to go out and said, up against the wind, let's see what happens. And it turned out fine, and I'm here now. But a lot of changes went into the system. This was January was actually our first major textbook season. If we talk about last year, we were just started. So we were still trying to advertise, get clients around that January, February time frame. We actually didn't start getting clients until March. So last week of February, early week of I gotta email that guy. Early week of March, we got new clients, and we finally started, coming around as a company. So it was quite challenging, honestly. I didn't think I would need helpers at this point, being a second-year business, but it turns out I do. And I found a couple that actually have what it takes to grade the books properly, look at the different things, because right now we majorly... what's the word for it? I'm sorry, I'm tired. The major thing we do is books for right now. We've started creeping over into other things, like we did get some VCRs, we get the occasional DVD, and we had a lot of games recently, like cartridges, actually, here's one right here. We got Donkey Kong Country. But stuff like that we're trying to branch out to. But the thing with books, it's actually it's pretty time consuming. You have to know how to grade a book, how each client has a slightly different tinge of grading to it, which causes a lot of errors. We actually had someone who doesn't grade as well, so we had to coach him more than usual. but that is fine. It all worked out now. I did realize that I'm going to need better training to train others, because the training we had coming into textbook season, which is I would not recommend training anyone at the beginning or in the middle of textbook season, because that's just stupid. My fault on being stupid. But I think that's where the breakdown happened. Not to mention being overworked and all that, which comes with the territory of owning your own business. Another thing was the systems that we had in place actually had a limit or a breaking point, and I think we actually reached a little bit over that breaking point, where some of those self-service systems that we currently have, and I'm talking about processes of processing the books from point A to point B to point C, actually broke down in that process. So we've reevaluated. I think the last 2 weeks we've implemented new things that have made it easier and have allowed us to ship out shipments quicker and so forth. And I think the systems we now have in place could probably bear the weight of that while still holding the same quality. Because I'll be very honest, the quality did dip during textbook season, which I'm pretty disappointed in. But it's a learning experience. It's something that we all have to go through. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to test things, and that's one of my strengths. Some good news, however, is we're looking at different spaces. Right now, we're in talks with a couple people about new space, because we do plan on expanding. We're almost at capacity during textbook season. This small 1,000 square foot office space. So we're looking into the 4,000 range. Square feet. So it's a bit bigger office. Hopefully we'll have a garage door, a bay door. That way we can prep pallets inside, wrap them and everything, and just say, hey, we're done. We've actually had to call ahead on a lot of the pallet deliveries just to say, hey, are you guys coming today or are you coming tomorrow? Because we can't leave the pallets outside. Because when we leave, we don't want them getting stolen or damaged by the weather, which in Ohio, one day it's raining, next day it's sunny, then it's snowing, then it's a thunderstorm. It could all happen in 5 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? I see. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going on. We are actually implementing a couple new things as well. First is we're designing right now we have Google Sheets, and we're looking to transition into that OneDrive to where we can use Excel sheets. Me and the team are actually more familiar doing macros and a little bit of programming in those sheets to automize. Sorry about that. There was a cut. Something went wrong with the Mac. We'll try to splice it. But getting back to what I was talking about, there was different macros and programs that we can automate the certain things we do, like receive date, teacher editions, problem items, damaged items. These can all be automated. That way a person isn't going back and forth between sheets. And this would actually really going to help us locate different books, and it's also going to help the client, because now instead of it being ready a day later, 5 minutes after we update the spreadsheet, it's now. So they can actually say, all right, they just finished uploading this 5 minutes from now. Let me take a look at my problem items, which is awesome. But yeah, for right now, that's what we're doing. I'm actually currently looking at updating the website. As you know, if you actually looked at the Little Owl FBA book prep page, it's kind of in that, it's kind of in a middle ground. I was testing a couple things, but then I got busy, but now I'm probably going to reevaluate that. It'll probably take me at least 72 hours to get that up and running. And then we're creating a new flagship website which will encompass all of our other products and services. We're still currently looking into merchant fulfillment, which we would store your book and then ship it out when a customer says hello and sells, or when he buys it, he or she buys it. But we're still looking into that. We're looking more at the costs and what we can do to make it better for people and faster and cheaper. I don't have those numbers on me just yet, but that's what we're looking into. It's probably going to take a couple more weeks and then a couple more weeks to get that process down, because I don't want to go balls deep into something and then turn out to, it to just be bad for both us and the client. But that's all I got for this week. I'm pretty sure we're going to have news on a couple different places next week, and hopefully I get some video footage once we start finalizing some sort of new thing. I'm not really sure when the move date is going to be, but I'll keep you guys posted. Until then, I'm Frank from Little Owl FBA, and have a wonderful night or day, or however you're looking at it.